The generation capability of the project is what makes the project viable. Many irrigation projects have been done more as a social service than on simply a basis of economics. This project becomes important from a dual perspective when you bring generation into it, and it makes the overall project economic from a purely commercial point of view. The long-term economics of the project are very much based around the long-term trends in electricity prices. At the moment, New Zealand electricity prices are low because of historical investment in hydroelectricity, but as demand grows with population growth and economic activity, we will see prices rise and the economic viability of this project assured.
Progress is magnificent. I think the view is the thing that has impressed me for recreational activities later on.
The Opuha Dam is the talking point of the whole community. There's pride in what's being achieved for South Canterbury.
I think this dream has been around for about 80 years for the irrigation and so on, and to crystallise it into this form and to have it actually happen is it's really great to be a part of that.
For most, it's much bigger than expected.
I think it's much more forward than what we thought it was. Anyway, what was in the paper, it didn't sound very much at all, but I think this is going to be great.
Be flood-free in at least a fortnight's time, which is the best part of it, actually.
It's going to be good to come back here in years to come and say, yeah, I did that, I helped.
But in early 1997, nature still has a few tricks up her sleeve. There's more rain than the Fairlie district has seen for many a month. And on the night of February the 5th, and the next day, it comes off the mountains like a rocket and down into the Opuha catchment, taking everyone by surprise. Next day, February the 6th, the dam contractors are more than worried.
We've had quite a flood, and it's on the brink of going across the top of the dam embankment here. The flow out is about 51 cumecs, and we're not sure what the flow in is, but it's still rising at a rate of about 20 mils every 10 minutes. But slowing.
It was just calming nicely. If we hadn't got this last burst, we had a chance. It's the first time I've been up to the rivers since lunchtime, and they've risen again. They're higher than they were at lunchtime, so I guess we'll just have to adjust ourselves to the fact that the water's going to go over here. I mean, there's no choice. We've run out of options, really.
And so the agonising decision is made to breach the dam. A flood greater than the dam was designed to withstand has sabotaged years of work and an early commissioning. In the harsh light of the following morning, the ravages of the flood are depressingly obvious. 1/3 of the embankment has been totally ripped away by the power of raging water. It's a terrible sight for all involved.
It's quite depressing, actually. I haven't sort of quite come to grips with it yet, but I guess we'll just level up and carry on. Fix it. Progress.
The conduit line is completely stripped and the powerhouse buried in tons of gravel and silt. For those who've worked on the site from the beginning, it's a morning they'll never forget.
After all the careful planning and work, the project was ahead of schedule. Hoods have done a great job in the contracting. We're very proud of what had occurred. We'll be proud again, but it's a major setback.
But despite this huge setback, all parties involved in the Opuha Dam project are determined to rebuild. This means long days for management of workers, even with shovels to restore the damage. Tons of debris has to be lifted from the powerhouse.
Oh, we found the one valve this morning, but otherwise there's not much sign of civilization down there. It's all been washed clean.
It's not where we left it. We're digging where we left it now, so it's in the lap of the gods where it might be.
More blasting is done to strengthen the embankment even further, and reforming the breached section goes on round the clock. By mid-year, the repaired embankment is well on its way to completion. There's a gritty determination to finish what everyone knows is still a great project. This includes cutting channels in the left abutment to act as an emergency release in a larger flood than was experienced in February 1997. While the Opuha Dam rises again from the disaster, inside the powerhouse, staff from Caverna Energy are familiarising Alpine Energy with the new turbine.
Going very well, they're learning fast, they're fast learners. 4973. We're doing field commissioning tests through to the computer system which is in the panel, so that we can test if they are working by looking at this monitoring screen on this table here. Selected.
That's the concrete plug for the intake. Sorry, this is a temporary intake, and now the water will come through here. Up above there is the trash screen that collects any debris before it comes down here.
Well, beginning of its life as an operational power station.
Then it's a matter of fine-tuning the trash cage and stocking the new lake with prime trout from the Wanaka hatchery.
These fish that we're releasing today, there's about 180 two-year-old stock. They're ex-Wanaka hatchery. We've just brought them up this morning, and they'll grow pretty fast. And hopefully they'll be the brood stock for next year, because it's too late for spawning this year, but they're big enough for spawning next year.
After all, it's expected to be a great fishing and boating spot within a short time. These are satisfying times too, despite the setbacks for those who'd always believed in the dream of the Opuha Dam.
Thanks.
It's taken a determination of, a group of people to do it, like Alan Hubbard and Sir Peter Elworthy and Ed Sullivan, and the rest of the board. But those three in particular have sort of been the main driving group, with Dave Attiwell and possibly or probably myself and Wayne Hart. But no matter every turn you took, there was always an obstacle to be overcome. There was nothing easy.
Which will be opened on Saturday. There will be words recognising Neil Anderson opening it, but also the words at the end of the park state, "A community dream come to reality." So that really, I think, sets out exactly what has happened and where we've got to. Hiccups on the way or not, it's here and it's all done. Great.
Personally, it's quite emotive, and it'll affect a lot of people like that, but I've been privileged to be part of it, and part of representing many people, and I've probably had an insight that a lot of people haven't had of the hardships and probably the difficulties that's been worked through, but I'm saying that today fulfills something that will be precious to me for the rest of my life.
This is the exciting moment. This is the moment when the lake is full, the dam is complete, it's ready to do its job.
it makes me proud of everybody that was involved to see it at this stage.
I'm really thrilled to see it. It's been a challenge, and really it's been probably one of the most exhausting things I've ever been involved with. You know, as a personal and emotional thing, it's been pretty tough.
Well, boating wise, it's going to be marvellous. As you can see, the yachts are out there now doing it. We've had the girls here rowing as well, so it'll be great for canoeing, fishing. Powerboating's going to be on the other side of the lake, and we'll be water skiing over there on the other side of the island as well. It'll be good for everybody.
This is a mark in the ground for the future of South Canterbury, and I believe for Canterbury as well. Water is going to dominate the economics of this whole region, and this dam is a precedent-setting opportunity for the whole of Canterbury.
The value of water on this sort of part of New Zealand, on the east coast for South Canterbury, will be more valuable than gold. In a few years, people will understand the value of having water on an assured basis, both for domestic, for agriculture use, and for environmental advantages.
This unique project was by far the best option to provide both electric power and irrigation for over 16,000 hectares of intensive farming, enhancing the future of South Canterbury.
Don't you look
Ladies and gentlemen, I now quote from the opening plaque, the inscription on the opening plaque: "A community dream turned into reality." And with those words, I formally declare the Opuha Dam open.